Today on Matt and Em, we're going to be talking about Blue Monday. Have you heard of Blue Monday?
Every Monday's blue.
Oh gosh. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook for some great conversations. So let's get started. What do you know about Blue Monday?
It's on Monday.
Good job.
And, yeah.
So Blue Monday, really, there's some controversy. I don't know if controversy is the right word. There's some debates about it because it really was something called a publicity stunt by a travel agency from the UK, where they hired a psychologist to come up with a depression formula to decide what it's a weird thing. A depression formula to figure out what the worst day of the year was. And so the psychologist did, and what he factored in there was weather, post-holiday blues, debt, failed New Year's resolutions. I mean, it makes a lot of anecdotal sense because a lot of us spend more money than we have in December, and we're going into the third week, and sometimes we get overzealous with setting goals. And so some of us, it's freezing out today. There's no way in hell I'm going running, right? So I've already not gone running when I could, right? So a lot of us kind of start reneging on our goals. It can be a depressing time of year. And so some people over the years have gotten kind of upset with me that I use the Blue Monday as a way to talk about depression because they feel like it's just this made up thing. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't care that it's made up. I don't care if the depression formula is incorrect. I feel like anytime we get people talking about mental health is a win for me, right? In my family, the leading cause of death is suicide, which is from depression or sadness. And so if I can get people rallied around the idea that Blue Monday might possibly maybe be a thing, and we're talking about it. I don't even care if you don't believe it. Let's talk about that. We're still talking about mental health. And so I feel like that's a win. What do you think?
I think you're right.
Oh, I love when he says that. So what do you do on Blue Monday to prepare? I'll be honest with you, I prepare for Blue Monday. And the reason isn't necessarily that I believe that Blue Monday is correct. I have a significant anniversary in January. It's the 19th. It's my grandmother's birthday. It's very hard for me since her passing. And so I tend to be very depressed right around the third Monday of the year. So Blue Monday helps me remember that. And so I do some things in preparation of that to kind of head off the depression. And it is always easier to head off a depression before it really roots up than it is to pull back out of one once you've fallen down into the rabbit hole of the sadness. So if you know me at all, what am I going to say ways to combat depression are?
Healthcare.
Self-care. Oh, good job. Good job. Self-care. Of course. Yeah. Self-care is always one. There's one in particular that I emphasize during the winter months. What one's that?
I don't know. Spa day.
I mean, that's still self-care, but that's a good idea. You should maybe get me a spa day.
Yeah, just sell a kidney.
In the winter months, we don't get as much sunshine, and sun is really necessary or instrumental in boosting our serotonin, and serotonin makes us happy. So if we have less serotonin, it creates this cascade effect where our melatonin suffers, so we sleep less. That makes us irritable. So it creates this cascade of difficulty for us. So remembering to spend some time in the sun and get that vitamin D or supplement vitamin D with vitamins. Get in one of those happy lights. Well, I haven't got one of those happy lights for Christmas. We'll have to have her send us a video of that and see how that works. But it mimics the vitamin D from the sun. Nothing is better than true God-given sunshine, right? So try to spend 5 minutes in the sun, even if it's freezing. You don't have to go outside. You can go near a window. It doesn't have to be direct, but that's important to do. Remember the impact of less sun on our mood. What's another one I'm going to say? Self-care, vitamin D.
Movies?
Movies for you, yes. Coping skills, right? Coping skills are a big one. So coping skills for me, I tend towards service work, volunteering. And so I like to help souls heal. And so I knew Blue Monday was coming up, and so I decided to foster a bunch of little cute babies because they were out in the cold, and in Texas we're going through a freeze right now, and so these babies were underneath a porch and so needed a warm place to be. And so I took this little cute right here and her 5 other siblings. There's 6 altogether, and we have a bunch of animals, which you know if you watch us at all. So I don't know how I talked him into it, but I did. I do know how I talked him into it. With a bunch of lies. I said I wouldn't pick a favorite, which I clearly haven't picked a favorite at all, and I wouldn't name any. And this is Freya, so you can see that I've named one and her brother. So I tried, and it's not working out well. But that's one of the ways that I cope. And so I've had all weekend long puppy snuggling, and caring for them really makes me happy. Right? We did bath time,
so much fun. Puppy snuggling and poop cleaning and urine cleaning. Yeah.
So coping skills that work for me don't necessarily work for Matthew, who would probably be content watching movies, right? What other coping skills do you have that you can use to prepare for Blue Monday? Remember, healthy coping skills work better if you're consistently implementing them over time, right? It's better to do that than it is to stop, drop, and cope after the intense emotions come up. So I will say implementing a self-care practice or a coping practice daily for at least 30 minutes, 24 hours in a day, you owe yourself 30 minutes. That's the best way to do it. So if you listen to me, you'll have been coping right along, and so this Monday won't affect you as much, I hope. So
my coping skill for this freeze is repairing a broken clothes dryer.
Right, because we have really good luck, and so right when we have these...
Every January something happens. Yeah,
these foster babies, there was like a steady line of washing their blankets because they're messy. They're babies. They don't know not to poop and pee everywhere. So we were doing a steady stream of washing and drying blankets. And of course, when my child's trying to wash her clothes to go back up to college, the dryer breaks. So he's fixing that.
Heating element went out. Yay.
Of course it did, because that's a lot of fun. But he does really enjoy fixing things. That probably is your go-to coping skill, is fixing stuff, figuring stuff out, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I just like doing that, whether it's a sunny day or a cloudy day.
Whether you're happy or sad.
Whether I'm happy or sad. But yeah, it takes my mind off things. And that's what, here, I think we all have this, or our family has this anticipation of the holidays coming. It probably starts before October 31st, Halloween. And it just... the anticipation of these holidays is a lot of fun. And then it's like, that's our energy drink for 3 months. And then all of a sudden we stop the energy drink and we crash. And the weather where we live just doesn't, it doesn't really we don't have much of a winter, although every now and then we get a freeze. But it looks yucky outside and bland, and I guess that's everywhere. But that really, all of a sudden you're not having a lot to do, and it's dreary outside, and all that stuff is just so depressing. It really is. So finding something to do to keep my mind occupied and my fingers busy, helps me get through the next probably 2 months till the sun comes back out again.
Mm-hmm. And it's good for us all to find those things. So one of the things I want you to consider is the Out of the Darkness Walk. That is the American Foundation for Suicide Awareness. Their walk to bring awareness to suicide. That's how they raise money for prevention and how they spread awareness about suicide in our country, in the United States. I don't know if they're international. That's a good question. But so on February 24th, there's a walk. And for the past 5 years, I have been a team captain, team inspiration, of course, because... Right. So I've done a walk in honor of my mom, who completed suicide in 2012. And so I walk in honor of her, and I use it as a way to continue conversations with my children about suicide and about depression. And I use it as a way to talk to the community and make sure our community is talking about depression and suicide. And so I invite you to check out our team. I know that we have people watching in all kinds of countries and all different states, and I know not all of you can come here and walk, and that's okay.
It'd be cool if you did.
It would be super cool if you did, but it would also be cool if you joined the team and were a virtual participant and just spread the word where you are use it as a way to start conversations about mental health and about depression and about suicide, and that will be enough of an impact. That is the way to impact mental health in our world. So I invite you. I'm going to put a link in the comments for you to share our page, join our team, consider donating, but it's not necessary to donate. You don't have to fundraise in order to join our team. I have a goal of having the biggest team. A lot of people have money goals of raising the most money, and I do enjoy raising money for this. I do enjoy raising money for this cause because I feel it's so important. But my goal is really to spread awareness. And to me, the more team members I have, the more people who are talking about it and spreading the word. That's my goal for our team this year. And I hope our team members' goals. So please check out the comments and find that link and share it and consider joining our team. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All month long, we're talking about mindfulness. Join the conversation on the Facebook page. Such beautiful conversations happen there. I really love it. It's very positive and affirming, and we build each other up and encourage each other. Not Matthew. He doesn't enjoy social media, but that's okay. He does other stuff, right?
Right.
Right? It's okay to be different. So,
I know.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you leverage this Blue Monday as an opportunity to practice some self-care, take good care of you, love on yourself, use your coping skills, and start conversations with people you love about their mental health. Use it as an opportunity. Hey, I know today's Blue Monday, and I just want to see how you're feeling today. And together we'll change the way mental health is talked about and the way mental health is viewed.
Maybe we can turn it to Light Blue Monday.
Yeah. Or Tsunami Blue Monday, or Happy Blue, or Happy Turquoise Monday.
Just change it a completely different color. What's a happy color?
Orange. Orange is happy.
For some.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
How about Blue February and January and February? Because this takes a long time.
No, February is Valentine's Day, and we'll be talking about how to love your mate and how to spoil your significant other.
I already know how to do all that.
How do you do that?
A lot of money and gifts and stuff.
Or
chocolate. No more babies.
Baby things.
No.
How can you say no to this face? Look at her.
Watch. No.
Oh, did he hurt your feelings? I love you.